And so that takes us to theme number 2. Theme number 2, 222. Here we go. All right, theme number 2, something to learn. Well, this is a project I've been wanting to do for a few weeks, but I've never had a chance to do it on 3 at 3 now. It's kind of weird because when we first started 3 at 3, I was doing every day. So I had to come up with something every day. And now that I have people who are helping me, I only get a chance to do something once a week, maybe twice if I'm filling in for someone. And so I've been like, when do I get to do my project? Because I'm so excited. So today's the day. We're going to do a little project that I call the Easy-Peasy-Hexi-Squeezy Candle Mat. How do you like that? Say that one 10 times fast. Easy-Peasy-Hexi-Squeezy. Ooh, oofta. All right. And we have a pattern for you. So we'll talk about that. And let me show you how cute it is. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. This is what we're going to do today. Isn't that fun? So with this, I've used some Kimberbell felt. And you got the front and the back. And I'm going to show you how to cut out these little hexagons, how we do applique on those, and how we join them together. And the same technique that I use to join them together will be the same technique that you might use for joining batting together even. And so a lot of times, you might look at something and go, oh, I don't know if I'd ever make that. But think about it in other ways, because you're going to learn a technique that will help you in other things you do as well. So let me bring up a couple pictures for you. Oh, yay, you guys are liking it. Yay. Here we go. Cute Anna took these pictures for us, so you can kind of get an idea of what you could use a little Hexi mat for. And then, ooh, look how cute that is. And of course the prints make a big difference too, right? Okay, there we go. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Joanne says, so cute, Hexilicious. There we go. I like that. Yep. So cute. Yay. Okay, just going. Yeah, it's a great scrap buster for sure. All right, so how is this done? Well, the first thing you want to do is you're going to cut out your felt. So I decided to go with felt. Now, this is something that you could do with wool, but wool can get really expensive, right? Although it's beautiful, so don't get me wrong. I love a good wool project. But remember, we're keeping this Easy-Peasy-Hexi-Squeezy. So I'm using felt, much more affordable, and I'm using just small scraps. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to cut out, and I've got the template here, the 4-inch hexagon template. This is what I based mine off of. And then you have a 3-inch hexagon template for the fabric. So let's do that first, and I'm going to show you a few things to think about when cutting these things out. Okay, so let me pull this down. There we go. Let's see. Oh, Christmas Club information available, Lorna's asking. Oh, watch Wednesday. Wednesday is the day that I'll be revealing the Christmas Club projects. Okay, so for my sample today, I'm going to be doing it in Christmas fabrics. Isn't that fun? So my original was with Halloween, but I loved it so much that I wanted to do Christmas. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out my felt. And to do that, you're creating a template. Now, I've talked about this before, but one of the ways that I will make a really fast, easy template is with freezer paper. Let me grab my box. You know what freezer paper is, right? You get it at the grocery store. Reynolds Kitchen freezer paper. And The reason why I like to do that is because it has a paper side to it and it has a shiny side. And when you press the shiny side, it's going to actually adhere to the felt, but it doesn't leave any sticky residue. I'll show you what I mean here. So let me grab my little ironing station here. And I would place this on here and then press it on. Notice it's pressed on. And then I would take my scissors and I would cut around the freezer paper because I don't want any glue on this. The glue is going to happen when I put my applique piece on. I just want it to stick and I didn't have to use pins to do this. All right. And notice when I peel it off, I mean, there's no sticky residue. It just comes right off. And I can actually reuse this template over and over again until I've made 7 of the hexes. All right. So I'm not going to cut this out right now because I have some step outs here for you. And so you see that this is cut out, right? Looks like a hexagon. It's a 4-inch hexagon. Now I need to get the fabric on top of it. So what I'm going to do here is this is when I'm going to use Heat and Bond Light. So Heat and Bond Light has a paper side and then it has a bumpy side to it, which is the fusible. What you do is you're going to pull this down a little bit. You're going to trace your applique piece onto the paper side. There we go. And as what we do with any applique is we do not cut it directly on the line quite yet. We're just cutting all around it. Okay, but again, do not cut directly on the line. So it looks like this. Then I'll take a square piece of fabric that's just a little bit bigger. Look how cute those snowmen are. Isn't that adorable? And I'm going to flip it over to the back side and press it. Let that cool for just a few seconds. And now this time I will cut directly on the line. So you can see there's a difference between the way I cut out my felt shape versus how I'm cutting out my fabric shape. Okay, so again, the felt shape I did with freezer paper. I mean, if you don't have freezer paper on hand, you can certainly just trace it on another piece of paper, pin it, and cut it out from there. Okay, so with this, now I peel it back. Whoops. There we go. I peel it back and there is a shiny side. If it's shiny, you know it's working. I peel that back and then I'm going to just fuse it right there in the center of my felt hexagon. Okay, and there you go. It's all done. So you're going to repeat this 6 more times so that you have a total of 7 hexes. See that? You've got 1 in the center, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 hexes to make this little mat. All right. Now these ones have already been done and they've been stitched using the blanket stitch going around. You could use a zigzag stitch. You could use a straight stitch about, maybe a 1/16 of an inch just along the outside of it. Well, I should say the inside of the outside. And let the raw edges fray. It's totally up to you. I've chosen to use a blanket stitch around here. And so the reason why you don't want to do the blanket stitch with the backing on yet is because I want a very smooth looking background. If you take a look at my background here, there are no stitches on here. So, but you see there's stitches on the back of this. And so I don't want those stitches to show. That's why I'm appliquing just the top first, and then I will go back and do the back. All righty. So let's go ahead and head over to the sewing machine. Okay. Deanne is asking, what brand of iron am I using? I am using the Oliso, and we have those on our website. Love, love, love the Oliso iron. It is a travel iron. Okay, so let's move this around. You know what? I'm going to take this off my stand. Let me pull this over. There we go. All right. So I have my machine set up to do a blanket stitch. So I'm just going to do one real quick to show you. And I'm using white thread so that you can see it a little bit better as it shows up. So if you want to get better at blanket stitching, the best way to get better at it is to practice, right? And I'm going to engage my pivoting feature here. When you turn, always make sure that you have the needle in the down position. And turn. So you could use whatever thread color you wanted. If you want to try and hide your mistakes more, always use the same color as the background of the fabric you're doing. I'm kind of at a weird angle here, so I don't feel like I'm doing my best work, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to do that. Okay, so here you go. You can see, whoops, right there. Okay. So I'm just blanket stitching that on all over the place. I have a back on here. When you saw the back, that's because this piece was already cut out. But all your other pieces are not going to have a back on it. So you can see here. There we go. See, no back. All right. So now, how do you bring this all together? What we're going to do is I'm going to now change my machine to be a zigzag stitch. All right. With a zigzag stitch, in fact, let me bring this over a little bit. Maybe you can see. I have the zigzag stitch. I'm going to actually lengthen my stitch a few notches, and I'm going to widen it a little bit. All right, so there we go. There's really no perfect rule of thumb with this other than I want to make sure that as I go down the center, it's going to catch on both sides. So basically what I do, and this is the same thing I do when I'm doing batting. You know, if you're working with batting, large pieces of batting, but it's still not large enough to cover all of your quilt, then sometimes you have to butt up batting, but you don't want the extra bulk of batting, right? So this is the exact same thing I do when it comes to batting. I just butt up the two edges together, and then with the center of my foot, I will go right down the center between these two pieces. And if I zigzag, I will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, normally I would do this with the same color thread as is my felt. So on this case, I would have done red, right? On the Halloween one I did, I mean, you can't even see where the stitches are because I used black. And because we're working with felt, it also just kind of sinks right in. So I used black as my zigzag. And even if you were to see it, it wouldn't look bad. In fact, some of you might think, you know what, I wouldn't mind having white going around and having it really show. So that's, you know, it's totally up to you. Now, another thing I would do, and I don't have the foot with me, but if you have like a blind hem foot or an edge joining foot, one that has a flange that goes out the center of the presser foot, you could use that, and then you would definitely go down the middle between these two pieces. So you could do that. I don't have one handy with me, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and line it up down the center and then do a zigzag. So let's take a look at how that's done. Again, you're keeping both hands right here. I'm going to go ahead and put my presser foot down. There we go. I'm using the center line to direct me. And cut my threads. Look at that. So again, I wanted to use and it's all connected. I wanted to use the white on here so that you could see in my example. Normally I would probably use the red, but again, it's totally up to you. All right, so I've done 2. Now I'm going to do another one. Now make sure you're paying attention to where, if I put it this way, then I've got 3 going in a row. That's not going to work. I want to have it curve. There we go. I want to have it curved. So I'm going to butt it up against this side. Now, another thing I could do is I could pretend that this is the center. Okay, in fact, let's do that. Let's pretend this is the center. And then I'm going to work out from the center. So if this is the center, I've got one here. I'm now going to put one here. Does that make sense? It's like putting together a puzzle. And if you just put it out in front of you, you can map this out and it will be really easy peasy. All right, so I'm going to take my next one and I'm going to add it on. Now what I could do is I could go down here and then keeping my needle down, I will pivot and now go down the opposite way. Again, don't overlap your felt because that would create too much bulk. You're just butting up those edges. Okay, now I'm going to pivot. There we go. Yay, now look at that. I've got 3 pieces. All right, look how cute the little trees are. So now from there, I'm going to add, I'm building out. So I have my center, candy canes were the center, right? So now I'm going to add it to this. So again, I'm just butting these up. Can you see how simple this is? Okay, and turn it and go down the other edge. And cut my threads. There we go. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so cute. All right, I'm going to add another piece to the puzzle. Let's see. This is where I started. I mean, you seriously, this is a project you could get done in start to finish in less than an hour. Truly. Got another one going around the circle. Butt them up against each other. Notice I'm not even using pins. I'm keeping both hands on both hexes at the same time so that they don't get away from each other. Pivot and go this way. Okay, one more. Do you see it all coming together? So fun. All right. Where did my last piece go? Huh. Oh, well, here we go. We'll do this one again. Okay. So I got this. I don't know where, this was my practice piece. That's okay. No biggie. All right, let's do this. Go here and needle down, pivot, and follow down that straight line again. Oh, and guess what? I've got another line. I've got one more to complete this. Yay! Ta-da! There we go. I mean, how simple was that? So easy. Now, you notice I've got all of the stitches going all the way around, right? That looks ugly. That's why I don't want to do this, right? I don't want to have a back on yet. So let me go grab my backing. Okay, so I have my large piece of felt. This is where the second piece of felt comes into play. You're now going to take this and let's see. Here we go. So I have this piece. I'm now going to just bring it on top. And I'm just going to zigzag again. You probably can't see it very well, but I'm going to zigzag along the edges. I'm not going to cut this out yet because I want to have plenty of room here to work with. So I'm just going to go down the edges and put this on. All right. So again, this is just laying on top of itself. All right. And I'm going to now do a zigzag stitch. Pivot. Pivot. Dun, dun, dun. Sewing along and singing a song. You can make this zigzag stitch a little bit smaller if you wanted to. I think if I were to do it again, I might do it a little smaller. Almost done. Here we go, go. Bum, bum, bum. 2 more pieces, or 2 more edges, I should say. Okay, boom, done. All right, fabulous. Okay, now it looks like this. Okay, I had to grab my scissors. All right, so now it looks like this. Looks like one big kind of blob. No worries. Here we go. Now, this is where we cut off the excess. Whatever felt was behind it. Now I'm going to cut this off. Do you see how nice it is to do it this way rather than trying to cut this out beforehand and matching the two up, together? That would be very, very difficult to get straight. So this way, when you just put it on top of the entire piece of felt, then you don't have to worry about lining things up, which is always a plus. So I'm just going through quickly, trim, and we'll be about done. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier. This is all done on the sewing machine. No hand stitching here and no machine embroidery. But how cute would it be if you wanted to add little machine embroidered little designs in there? That would be kind of fun. And there you have it, folks. Ta-da! Yay! So you got the Halloween and you have the Christmas. So fun. I would probably take an iron. I'm noticing I've got a little bit of a bump there. So I would press it with some steam, and then it will go down. But I mean, talk about a super fast and simple project to make. And let's see, sorry. Here we go. Let me bring this over. And it didn't, I mean, you guys saw, I did it just from basically start to finish. I had a few things that were already appliqued on, but it doesn't take that long. It's very, very easy to do. So that's theme number 2. What questions do you have? Let me see if I can answer them. Mary Carol says buttons in the outer pieces. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm getting the wrong thing. Oh, here we go. Buttons in the outer pieces. Buttons in the outer pieces. Yeah, that would be really cute. Yeah, you wouldn't want a button right in the middle because that's whatever you sit on it is not going to, it's going to be skiwampus. So, but buttons on the outside would be so cute. Let's see. All right. So Brenda, you must be answering someone's question. She said, no reason not to accept if you did it the same way she's doing it now, you would have unfinished edges, could stitch and flip through, but that might be too bulky to flip through. Yeah, it would definitely be too bulky to flip through. And so that's why just doing it right on top is just a much, much easier way to do a project like this. Good idea. Joanne said it's great for a mini Christmas tree skirt. I love that idea, Joanne. That would be darling with a little mini tree on top. Yes, Donna, you could certainly use the AccuQuilt to cut the hexagons. In fact, I had an AccuQuilt here, and so when I first did my Halloween one, that's how I did it. But knowing that not everyone has an AccuQuilt, we put in the templates for you. So either way will work. All right. Yes, Juani, excellent idea. Making monthly for center of table using different fabric. Exactly. And again, because it's such a great scrap buster, you could do it for all sorts of occasions and holidays and, just everyday stuff too. So you definitely could, Donna. What about tying off your stitches? Will the stitching loosen? Yeah, you noticed I did it super fast, and so I didn't do any back stitching. You certainly could do, some back stitching. I personally would not tie it through and bring it up. That's just too much work. I would just simply do a back stitch, and especially if you're doing the thread was black, the felt was black, you won't even see the back stitch. So yeah, not a bad idea. Ramona, the hexis I did were 4-inch hexis, and then my little applique pieces were 3-inch. Yeah, Lynn said it would be cute for a birthday. Definitely. Oh, absolutely. Patricia, could you close up the satin stitch around the edge and make it tighter? Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely could. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Laura said that she will want to make one with their leftovers from Candy Corn Quilt Shop. Yes, exactly. I think that's a great idea. Teresa loves the wall behind me. Oh, I do too. Thank you. It is definitely a favorite of mine now. Yeah. And we just got up all these pictures too, which is kind of fun. So, all right. Let's see. What other questions? I'm just scrolling through real quick. You're loving the Halloween colors. Yeah, for sure. Patricia said, what an awesome and fast gift for your neighbors. I love that. Definitely. Debbie said, could you use cotton on the back? Yeah, I mean, you could. And maybe that's what Brenda was answering earlier was you could, but you would have raw edges. So I don't know. Or you could, stitch it and flip it, but again, it's going to be extra bulk. So I just use the felt on both front and back. Yeah, the Kimberbell, yes, I use the Kimberbell felt. Wool would work too, but it is more expensive for sure. Yes, Janet, wouldn't this be cute in bee fabrics for a summer table? Absolutely. Definitely. Janet said, I like that it has some body to it when it's all finished. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a heavier feel than if you were to use just cotton, for sure. Okay. Yes, Bonnie, the Kimberbell felt is washable. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. Brenda, I think you could get it done in an hour. Absolutely. Maybe two, but for sure, you'd get it done in an evening. This seems a little addictive. You know what? It's true, Marianne. That's why after I did the Halloween one, I was like, I got to do a Christmas one. And now I'm thinking I need a Thanksgiving one, just autumn time. And, I can see, I have the perfect little place on this little side table I have that I always am looking for something kind of fun to put underneath a plant. And so it's perfect. Or you could put a candle, wherever. So anyway, good, good, good. All right. Yes, Elisa says she thinks she could actually get this project finished. I think you could. Absolutely. Yes, the Kimberbell felt is big enough for the backing. It sure is.